All right, we'll try this. God damn it. Fuck that was. Invite. Copy. Facebook. You there?
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I am.
All right. We'll get it figured out one day.
Well, something like that.
How you been, buddy?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How you been doing? I'm gonna be while I'm doing this. I'm gonna send out a link to the new one.
Sure.
So, not too bad. How was
So
Florida?
is it just me and you right now?
Right now, it is. We had 7 people.
Florida was good. The weather was great. Food's always good. Double red flags 2 of the 3 days I was there, so couldn't get in the water, which doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm like you, I really could care less, but it was it's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy, I guess, week and a half for me now? 9 days.
9 days for what? Does everybody else know?
No, they don't.
So let's wait a minute to spill that until we know we have a couple more people.
I definitely pick and chose who I chose to give that information to. Obviously, you got it. A, you're my business partner. B, I trust you 100%. So there's that.
Evening, Carrie. Are you able to see who's online if they comment?
I can go to this chat.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering. And yeah. I'll tell you if anybody says anything. That's fine.
Okay. Hey, is T-Pain there?
He was originally. I don't know if he is right now.
I mean, he literally made the most prolific post on Facebook I saw tonight.
I guess I wasn't. I was busy doing other stuff.
He said, and it's in relation to the College World Series, hey, win the game tomorrow and it's over. Hey, T-Pain, it doesn't matter if they lose. It's still over because tomorrow is the last college baseball game to be played this season. But, hey, you're still there. I hope you lose. Gig 'em. Go Aggies. But man, I mean, that was the most prolific statement I'd seen on Facebook all day. Because tomorrow is the final game.
I had seen the 2 semifinals. I didn't see any of what was it last night?
A&M won last night. The Ballin' Queers won today.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Tomorrow is for the Natty. So as much as I hate A&M, I hate the Ballin' Queers even worse. So gig 'em. Go A&M.
So we're doing fine, Carrie. How are you doing? Yeah, I didn't catch any of it. I saw the two games before, which was, I mean, definitely the best two teams are there of the what? I guess the top 8
They
that
are.
I had seen.
Florida State did get there, but I did tell T-Pain before it ever started, we're 2 years ahead of schedule, man. We shouldn't be
Sure.
there. We were there. We finished in the Final Four. We ended up losing to Tennessee twice. Once on like the worst call in college baseball history, because 2.099 million people knew that kid struck out. The only problem is there was only one guy on the face of the earth that knew he didn't, and that was the third base umpire. And the next hit he hits ends the game. So we won't talk about that. Care less. Good luck to both teams tomorrow. I could care less. I mean, I hope they play until there's death. I don't care. How many we got on?
Right now, we got 6. And our biggest supporter right now is Carrie. So
Carrie Williams?
Yes, she's informing me that Mike is working out, getting ready for this week. Mike is one of the 8 bowlers that were brave enough, I don't know, dumb enough, whatever, how you want to say it, to commit to the 8's enough little sweeper I put together. It was hard. It was hard getting people to do call outs. It was like, hey, I want to bowl. Okay, who do you want to bowl?
I don't know, find me a match.
Right. I'm not.
We're not Don King. We're not
nor is this the love connection. I'm not sitting there trying to find you somebody. And I'm not going to bowl everybody. I'm not good enough. And you know what? I love my record the way it is. Eventually, I'm going to lose, and I don't want to lose. So I'm not going to bowl everybody.
I'm trying to word this correctly. If circumstances were a little different, I saw where you said that Brownlee and Jason Long are looking. I would have no problem putting Team Ego together and accommodating that match.
Yeah, I thought about this. Was after circumstances happened, so I saw Jason. He had posted, or he inquired, and he inquired just like anybody else, trying to find out what's going on here. And of course, I told him, Jason and I have a love for racing and obviously bowling, so we have a connection there. So him and I can talk easily. And I've met him a bunch of times when we were in Little Rock bowling the ASBTs when they were still going on regularly.
Was he not in Kennett when we were there?
I believe so, yes. I believe he was in Kennett. I'm almost 100% positive. I'm almost positive he was at the doubles where I bowled with Schubert and you bowl. Who'd you bowl with? At Millennium. I believe he bowled that.
Dirk Gibson.
That's right. I believe he bowled that as well. So, but I want to say you might be right because I've only seen Jason a couple times recently.
So how are you doing this 8-person seating? How are you doing this? You just
it's going to be a blind draw. I'm going to have 8 chips, and you're going to go into a bag and pull it, and that's how it's going to be seated. It's going to be one game.
Who are the 8 participants?
The 8 participants are. I don't want to say this incorrectly, so hold on. Mike Williams, Carl Williams. They'll bowl. They'll bowl anything that's available. They aren't afraid to bowl anything. I'm not saying people are afraid, but
well, there's a difference between talking and reaching into your wallet.
True, and neither one of them have a problem doing that. So yeah. Lenny Winters, Carl Williams, Michael Williams, Brian Brookins, John Johnson, Maurice Chambers, Tim Hardigan, and Jason Robinson. I'm not gonna lie. I anticipate 2 people not showing up. Unfortunately, I hate to say that. Again, the whole idea was people weren't everyone wants to bowl or everyone wants to watch the matches, but no one wanted to come up with a match. And again, I'm not playing Love Connection here.
We're not Chuck Woolery. We don't do this.
Right. I'm bringing everything and setting everything up. Y'all got to do something. So I was like, you know what? Hey, people are loving bowling Gary's Thursday night thing out at Strike Zone. And seriously, 3 of the 4, maybe it was filled 48, 4 minutes in. 4 minutes in, he's got 48 filled. It's only $35. So I started thinking,
I need these people to get into these Ticketmaster raffles because evidently they can get good seats. I don't know what kind of high-speed internet bullshit they're using.
Well, I had 2 laptops going. I had my stuff copied and saved already. Second the window opened up, I am the second person behind Jonathan 2 weeks in a row. I'm 11 seconds in. I'm number 2. I'm 20 seconds in for my son. He's 12. I'm 30 seconds in on my stepdaughter. She's 30-something.
That sounds like Southwest Airlines bullshit. When I went to Vegas, I set an alarm for 1 minute before that 24-hour check-in, and I have it pulled up to the check-in. I'm watching my clock, and it's flipped over that time I hit the button. I was like A46. I'm like, who the fuck were these 45 people? And what ungodly internet are you using?
I got pretty fast internet. I won't lie.
There's not a doubt you don't have the fastest. None.
So I got to thinking, I'm like, if people are going to spend 30, which great. It's a great price point. It's $35. Anybody can bowl it. And of course, this stuff is handicapped right now. And like, for $35, what if I bumped it up? There again, I think it's 1 in 5. I think we're paying out. He's paying out. I was like, you're going to get in brackets. You're going to dump almost $100, at least 70 to $80. And I started thinking, for the same price point that you're going to do brackets, high game, all in last point. He always does an all in last game. If I charge $75, mind you, I'm not taking a dime out of this. I originally thought about it, and I'm not there yet. $75 is going to cover the lineage. That's the only thing coming out, because the fact that it's not at Strike Zone, I don't have the pull to be able to do something like this. And of course, we're not talking about 2 bowlers. We're talking about 8, and you're not talking about 4 games. You're talking about 16, 20-something games to get down to the end. So I was like, I can't ask Kelly. She's gonna give me the lines, give me the lanes. Hey, I'm gonna pay for it. Granted, I'm not gonna pay premium, but I'm still paying for it. You're gonna get 1 in 4. So 2 people are gonna cash. 2 out of 8 are cashing. 1 is gonna win $400 for $75. And the loser, number 2, is going to still make $50 on the deal. He's going to make 120, or she, if we had a she, 125. I was like, to me, it wasn't a bad deal. I'm like, it's something to stream because I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying getting experimenting with this. Obviously, I screwed up earlier tonight, so I'm still getting better at it.
I think I've gone back and watched our streams. I think they're not Flanagan,
no,
yet, but that is high quality for low budget.
So I'm going to. Jamal had asked me if I could stream his Sammy Oliver. I was like, I'd love to for the experience. So I'm not gonna lie, I've invested some money in some equipment. I can now. Is that Birds by You or the Birds by Me?
Gotta be you.
Anyway, so I'm going to have 3 remote cameras. We're gonna have 4 cameras total. I've been playing with this at home, trying to make sure I don't lock up and it doesn't screw up. Because the last stream with Preston and then Tristan, I literally was almost doing it with my phone because it wasn't working. But I finally figured it out like 5 minutes. I think you showed, right before you showed up. I finally got it working. So I've been playing to make sure I don't screw up again, or that everything works fine. So anyway, I'm gonna stream his weekend for the tournament. I'm gonna have two cameras remotely, one on either end, and I'll have the booth camera, but I also have a camera where if someone has like an honor score, I can go up there and shoot the honor score and all that. But I'm like I said, I'm having fun with it. I just want to get better at it. I don't ever claim to be Mike Flanagan or claim that we will get there, but to at least be reputable and be able to, have content and be able to have people watch. I mean,
man, that's 12 to 13 years of what he's done. We've done it, 5 times, 6 times. So,
I think he's done it longer than that, but still, yes, correct.
That's when he started Inside Bowling.
When he was originally in St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay.
When the holiday doubles were at Redbird Lanes in Cahokia.
I got you.
Hey, speaking of tournaments.
Okay.
Did you happen to see the one they had in Dyersburg yesterday?
No, I did not. I was Tristan had Tennessee top 5, so I was in Nashville.
All right, we'll get to that one in a second. So I knew that this kid Dakota something was going to bowl. He hangs out. He bowls up there. He is the biggest sandbagger. He shoots for 4. He shoots 708 for 4.
Okay.
Ask me who your tournament leader was.
What was his book coming in as?
He's a sandbagger, dude. It's like 160. So his low game, even though he was 92 under, his low game was like 175. So he's your tournament leader. Now, thank God, Lance McElroy from Jackson just ran him over in the finals. And
I saw Lance post something. I just didn't read it. I was just too busy. I saw that he posted something.
Lance was a winner, but man, do your due diligence if you're going to run a handicap tournament, especially if it's a local and you know that his average don't match the bowling. You know. But this isn't the first time, and I saw his name on the roster, which was one of the reasons I did not participate.
What was the other reason?
Are we ready to get into that?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, we got 11 people, so it's better than 5.
All right, so here, I'll make it official. Brandon knows, and there's a few other that I told. I didn't want the cat out of the bag. But I'm going to send this message out to Laura Matson, Danny Autry, and the rest of you Kool-Aid drinkers on the board. You don't have to deal with me anymore. I no longer reside in that cesspool of Memphis, Tennessee. I loaded up a U-Haul 9 days ago, and I headed east. And I left.
Was that fireworks?
They're celebrating, yes. Actually, it's Laura Matson. She fell down. So
it's terrible.
So this will be the first year in 46 years I will not be a sanctioned bowler in that shithole of the MAUSBC. Now, don't get all giddy because Brandon and I are still going to run the city tournament. We're going to come back and dump truck you again this year. I'm coming back. I'm going to come back, and Brandon and I are still going to run tournaments when our schedule starts back up. We're going to talk about that later in this podcast. I'm still coming back. We're still going to run tournaments. You're still going to deal with me at least once a month. But I am no longer living in the city of Memphis.
Do you care to elaborate a little bit more on that or no? As to where?
I moved east.
Okay.
I moved east where I have learned that people are friendly. They're helpful. It's the craziest thing in the world. You're just waiting on somebody to cuss you and they don't. Went to Home Depot, not yesterday, a week ago, to get some things. and I purchased a grill and paid for it at the register and some other things. By the time I got to the truck, there were 2 associates standing there waiting, and then they loaded it in the truck and tied it down. I had 4 people within 10 minutes ask me, "Do you need some help? What you looking for? What kind of projects are you doing?" You can't find 4 employees in Memphis. The Walmart, which is 6 minutes from where I live, at the self checkout, the girl will come over and still put the stuff in your bag for you as you scan it. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world. So the moral of the story, the message is, if you can, get the fuck out of Memphis. If you want to come see how normal, civilized people live, come on out here and hang out with me. I'll let you see. You won't go home, I promise. I went into the bowling center here for the first time since I've been here today. They had a mixed doubles tournament going. I didn't even know it. I just saw cars in the parking lot and thought I would walk. I was on my way to Home Depot again, but I thought I would just pull in to see. Man, do you know how great it was to walk through there and not have one person speak to you about random bullshit that you don't want to talk about?
But they don't know you.
They don't. That's what makes it even better. I know 0 people here. 0.
I mean,
And I love every bit of it.
it won't take long.
It probably won't, but that's irrelevant. For right now, it is absolutely awesome. And
So we have a person, Mike D. I don't know who Mike D is. He complimented that the stream was better.
Mike Daly?
Is that who Mike? Might be. I don't know. I didn't catch him the last time we had a stream. I didn't catch who. It just says Mike D. Of course, Dustin Williams is oh boy when you announced it. Do you know who the bowling nerd is?
I don't.
They just asked Nashville with a question mark.
Nah, dude. If you're not going to use your real name, I'm not acknowledging you. Don't be scared. I mean, that's like posting on Facebook, anonymous member. Grow a set. Put your name. I don't care what your nickname is.
Richie Thorpe?
Tharp? Is it Richie Tharp?
He doesn't remember me. Well, that is not Tharp because we talk about Richie all the time.
Yeah, I mean, Richie, if that's you, I promise you, I remember you.
Kapadia. I am not going to butcher it.
That is Ricky Capadia. He's a man. He was a younger bowler.
All right, Mike Daly. It is Mike Daly.
No, Ricky. It is not Nash Vegas. It is not. That's still Memphis-ish. That's not Nash. It's not Nash Vegas. So with that being said, yes, a lot of you personally, I'm going to miss. Obviously, I'm going to miss Brandon the most because Willie Drill's my shit, and we have this business together. And in the what I guess now year and a half we've been doing this.
Yes, it started December of 22.
Yeah.
Yes.
So coming up on our 2-year anniversary. Man, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Brandon and I have become super close. We've always known each other since we were kids. But man, super close, super appreciative of the friendship. Class act, super smart dude. Makes me look good when we do our tournaments. And
I like the bowling conversation. I do. I drill equipment for Mike Clark. He's on my team on Monday night. And Mike's kind of like you and I. He remembers the old days. He remembers old stuff, old school stuff. And we will have a conversation when I drill up with stuff. And he just, like with you, he loves those types of conversations of different things. I just drill up brand new 14-pound equipment because he's old and he can't throw shit anymore.
Hey, watch your mouth. I'm getting close.
Well, again, I drilled up 2 14-pound balls for him, and he went and threw them Monday or Friday, and he goes, "I don't hurt," and we love the reaction. I anticipated different reactions, but anyway, same with you. He loves the conversation. He loves just bowling. just like you and I do. And that's the biggest reason why. I mean, you've always been Bartlett. I've always been, Germantown, South Memphis. So we weren't close in that respect. We were a couple years apart in school. So we didn't go to school together. It's our love for the game and the purest, the pure portion of the game, not some of the crap we have today. And we do vary on certain things, but I mean, for the most part, no, we don't. We agree with a lot of the same mentality, the same people. We love. I can watch people bowl. I love how they roll the ball. Certain people don't understand that. I talk to my girlfriend and say, I love watching Daria throw the ball. Not because Daria's hot. I love the way the girl throws the ball.
It helps.
It doesn't hurt, but I used to love watching Michelle Feldman. There's nothing hot about watching Michelle Feldman throw the ball except for the way Michelle Feldman rolls the ball.
Man, but you know what? By the time she got all of that out of the way, the ball had already hit the pins.
Well, yeah. But I mean, first woman ever shoot 300.
For a female to have that back swing and that rev rate.
Oh yeah, first woman ever shoot 300 on television.
I mean, she was a beast.
She was, and man, she could party like nobody else on Beale Street too. But yes, again, that's what I love about our friendship. Is I love talking about the purity of the sport.
Hey, Lance just jumped on. Lance, I gave you credit. Congrats on the win, buddy. Way to represent the scratch bowlers and beat the sandbagger. I appreciate it. Man, that's good bowling. Tough condition and tough odds. I mean, you got to be the guy who's catching, 40, 45 sticks a game, and that's tough.
How many games was it?
It was 4 games. It was really stupid. It was 4 games, cut to the top 5 step ladder, and that was it.
How many people?
33.
That's not terrible for a Sunday in the middle of.
It's not, but I told him from the get-go, don't run it on Saturday. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get the entries you want. And your format's not long enough. You're putting that kind of money up, stretch the
brackets,
and make them earn the money. But hey, they did it.
What was the entry?
100.
I mean, for something like that, it'd probably be a little bit less than 100.
Here's another thing. They had that little clause in there that you and I absolutely hate. They did $3 a bowler for some expense fee. They all live there, local. What's the expense?
See, so he also commented. Lance just commented. Kid got 42 pins a game.
Retarded.
You know what? Hey, I'll be honest. My son, he's a 2-0 average bowler, and when he bowls some of the stuff that you're allowed to bowl youth, he's given the 2-0, 2-0, 10, 210, somewhere around there. Well, Brooklyn, she bowled. And Gary pulled me to the side and he goes, okay, her book average, because she bowls in a
challenge sport compliance.
Sport, right. Her average is terrible. And she'll tell you that is not reflective of me. And I'll tell you, that's not her average. She's a 185 bowler. Well, her book is 160. Gary pulled me to the side. He goes, I can't give her one. I'm like, dude, don't. He gave her a 190. I was like, you're not upsetting me. I understand. Granted, there's people like, wait a minute. No. That's not right. It's not right. It's not right. I understand your opinion.
190 might have been high. I might have put her at 172, 175.
On a house shot, she's a 185 bowler. But I mean, I understand your feelings with adults bowling with juniors. I get it. We're talking about a $35 little sweeper on Thursday. I don't have the same opinion in that respect. If it's a $100 tournament.
Aaron Holland just put who? Daly Young? No, Aaron, hold tight. I'm going to address that in just 1 second. No, it's some kid, Dakota something up in Dyersburg. But
I think didn't he bowl one of our tournaments? Dakota sounds familiar.
He did, and then he finished where Daly finished. By the way, to Aaron's comment, did you see who is now the 3-time Central Arkansas?
No.
Evidently, he edged out Jeff Atkins again, Daly Young, which I probably should have moved west because I probably could have been, the AJ Rice of that over there if it's just those 2 guys. But I didn't. But yeah, he won Bowler of the Year again. And I'm just curious, what the fuck is the criteria?
bowl 7 nights a week in 8 leagues.
In one center and only bowl on 11 and 12. And go Facebook Live with it.
He said Dakota Hassel.
Okay, I don't know the guy.
No. That was Lance was saying.
Yeah.
That's what the kid's name was.
I don't know the guy. I couldn't remember his last name, Lance. But that's ridiculous, man. That dude, he lives up there. He bowls up there. He gets all that shit. And they don't re-rate him. They don't do nothing. And, man, he
Well, what are you going to re-rate him to? I'm assuming he's got no handicap. I mean, what are you going to do? Give him negative?
Dakota's the one getting.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 different conversations. My bad.
This Dakota kid is the one getting like 45, 42 pins a game. And I mean, if you want to give him 20, cool. But man, he shoots 92 under, and he shoots 870 for 4 with his handicap. Eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
No, I mean, come on, bro. I promise you, had I driven the 5 hours to go bowl that, and I saw that.
That's only 5?
Ish. I would have what's the time zone difference? I would have absolutely put somebody through a table WWE style. I promise you. There ain't no way. None.
I mean, I know I'm not as good as other bowlers that are scratch, like genuine scratch, Aaron Holloman, Michael Holloman, Carl Williams. If I have the money in my pocket, I'll bowl any one of them any given day. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm
7 out of 10 times, yeah, they're going to take my money.
But Brandon, I'm not going to bowl somebody on a challenge pattern sport. Well, they bowled on the U.S. Women's Open pattern. I'm not going to bowl somebody on that where all they got to do is they're two-handed and just twirl the ball down the middle of the lane and just hit the head pin. I'm not, and that's all this clown does. And every time they have a tournament up there, he bowls it, and he'll cash every fucking time.
It kills me when you talk about people like you're saying. Lane play is ridiculously simple. Keep the ball near the head pin.
Right.
If you're this person, if you're Aaron, you got to carry. If you're Carl, you have to carry. You can't just get lucky. If you've got pins, it's like playing no tap for us.
Right.
Okay. They had a no tap here Thursday. I wasn't going to bowl it. I'm not going to bowl a no tap for $35 and get, I'm just not going to do it, especially handicap. A handicap no tap, I'm not going to do.
You can't handicap no tap. You've already handicapped because you're not making them shoot spares.
Correct. Well, single pin spares. But I mean, there were kids that bowled it.
That's why they averaged 190, 185 because they can't spare.
There were kids that bowled it that, again, they bowl on challenging patterns and they're shooting 160s. And I'm like, hold on. You're about to spend, again, my son, not a bad bowler. He's not going to Detroit because even though he's not a bad bowler, that's different. And I'm like, dude, that's a $3,000 tournament. The week, gas, food. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let's go.
I'm going to say this. And if Brooklyn's watching or Christian's watching,
no, Brooklyn's in Alaska. So
I think Junior Gold is the biggest joke in bowling. I think it is absolutely it makes TNBA look legitimate. It's so bad. What does it do for a junior bowler? Nothing.
Oh, it's just money. Gary even said it. When Gary won it, there were 1,200 participants, and it was only, I want to say, I could be wrong when I say this, I think it was just boys and girls. I don't think there was an age group. Last year, it was like 5,400 kids, and you had U18, U15, U12, I think it might just be
it's become
12.
a business.
It's all money. It's all money.
But it's stupid because all right, so first of all, you tell the kids you can bring 5 bowling balls.
5 balls.
So last time I checked, 3-ball rollers are 2, that's 6. Why would you limit it to 5? The other thing, the patterns they put out for these kids to bowl, they're never going to see a day in their life. They're so fucking made up. I've talked with John Janowitz about it. He said it's ridiculous what they do. It makes no sense to him. And as far as I'm concerned, that is the smartest, brain-wise, smartest man in bowling, without a doubt. Go watch the Senior U.S. Open. Go watch the Senior Masters.
Oh, yeah.
JJ is the man. He works for Kegel. He knows his shit. And he says they're dumb. And they all are set up for the kids to throw 1 bowling ball.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Why?
You can't throw in big balls. You can't. I mean,
No.
I saw Brandon Bone kill it one year. He shoots 10, almost 10, like 10, 20, 10, 30 for 4. And then I think he barely broke 6 the next day. And this is a kid that's the most talented kid out there at this time. Again, he threw everything old or urethane. He didn't throw any big new balls. You couldn't. And it's just, I see kids, I've had kids ask me drill equipment before they go out of town. What are you drilling up? And it's a big new ASIM. Why?
Hey, drill up 3 purple hammers, 2 black hammers, and just go bowl.
I mean, you could get away with that. I like a little bit low resin because they do usually have a little bit of oil on some of the patterns. But again, out of the 4 patterns, 3 of them play almost identical. One of them is typically a little unusual. And at that point, you can just point to the pocket.
But
I keep telling all
the girls can throw resin due to their lack of rev rate. But every one of these kids, because they're fucking
some of the girls,
because they're all fucking two-handed.
Yeah.
All they're going to be throwing is fucking urethane. Junior gold is a joke.
It is, unfortunately. It wasn't when Gary won it. It was prestigious.
Now it's become a business. They see the money side of it. They've got
here's the other thing. Or the Masters, the kids, Team Masters. You can buy a spot now. As soon as I saw that, I made a comment on their website or on their Facebook. I was like, so you guys have become, you're like Junior Gold now. It's all about the money. Well, no, like, hold on. This is a tournament that was prestigious. You had to qualify. Now, if you get in early by paying, you're good. No, I'm sorry. You lost all credibility. Aaron, yes, I'm going to be streaming. Billy's internet is terrible. I do have a hotspot, so cross my fingers. Worst case scenario, if I don't like it, kind of like we did last time at Bartlett, I will kill it, record it, and then post it.
Aaron, why are you not bowling?
Well, I took the first 8.
I get it, but I need him to answer why he didn't get a spot. Because that's Aaron fucking Holland, who right now, to me, is the top bowler in the city of Memphis.
I won't dispute that. I've said it. Oh, he's having surgery tomorrow.
Oh, are you really? Okay, well then my bad. Hey,
do you care to elaborate? I mean, I wasn't aware of this, and I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that. I'll be thinking about you tomorrow. Hey,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
Have Julie keep posted on Facebook and keep us updated.
Here's a guy who's again, I don't disagree with you. Best bowler in Memphis, and he's had surgeries.
Yes.
Oh, a hernia. My bad. Oh, I think you mentioned something about that last week. Again, here's a guy who's had a back surgery. Surgery
in his stomach.
Yeah, in his stomach. Hernia in his stomach.
Man, hey, bro, I'll be thinking about you, man. Speedy recovery, and like I said, have Julie keep us posted through Facebook, please.
Yes, please. But yeah, I will be streaming. God willing, everything goes right with the hotspot and everything. I'll have that streaming Wednesday night, starting at 6:45. And again, if you guys ever have any, he's pissed.
Yeah, well, just get better, brother. Just get better.
Just get better. I mean, you have a lot of stuff coming up in the fall, so. Yeah. You ain't gonna worry about anything right now.
So as I was saying, yes, I have moved away, but Eagle Bowling is not going to die. Brandon and I have worked way too hard to build this. It's become a lot bigger than both of us thought it was going to. And like he said, we are all about giving you guys something to bowl. We love watching the competition. We love listening to the chatter. The turnouts have been great, the ones in Tennessee. So, we're not, it's not going to die. I'm going to come home and visit mom and, my kid, and I'm going to come back and run tournaments with Brandon. We're going to put a schedule together here in the next 3 to 4 weeks of kind of what we're looking at and play around. And we'll get it out as soon as we can. But it's not going to die. It's not going to
and possibly travel. As far as having tournaments, not just in Memphis.
I mean, Chris Crockett at LTA in Murfreesboro is wanting us badly. Yes. So that's an option. Maybe East Tennessee, maybe around the say Chattanooga Hickson area. might be an option. They got a couple centers there. And they got bowlers here. I've been following the East Tennessee bowling page and looking at what those guys do. So, lots of options. Lots of options for more money. Lots of options for different competition. So,
Lance, just to answer your question, Wednesday I'm having a 8-person double elimination single game match event at Billy Hardwick's. It'll be streaming, $75 a person, 100 or 400 for first, 125 for second. It was just something to stream and do something different. And then Mike Daly asked or commented, "Hey, when you get Kyle Barnes to bowl, you're doing something right." And I can't dispute that. I mean, you're right. If you get Kyle Barnes to come over from Nashville, you get any of those guys. You get Aaron Ruiz,
Jeff Butler, Mike Seeley,
Aaron Martin to show up and bowl.
Sober.
So, well, was it okay? I'm not going to go that far.
Sober when he showed up. He was drunk when he left.
Sure. But you know what? Those guys, I have. You've had a relationship with those guys a lot longer than I have. I've really gotten to enjoy conversation with those guys. Hey, Carl.
Second best bowler in Memphis right now.
Yes. And Aaron, to answer your question, I'm going to have 8 poker chips, and it's going to be a blind draw. There's no other way of doing it. Again, this is supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be a mixture between doing a sweeper and doing the stream, the match plays. I'm probably not going to do these very often. And I'm doing it at Billy's to give people from Bartlett or other areas an opportunity to do them, because I understand people don't always want to go down a strike zone. I get it. But if you understand where I live, it just makes sense. And the fact that I have liberties at strike zone and that I've been blessed with, they give me certain, not all bowling centers are willing to give people lanes. Kelly at Billy was very nice. I contacted her and said, "Hey, I'm curious if I could do this. It's going to be on the same side as the juniors down the other end." So I'm assuming we're going to be like 21, 22 in that ballpark. No, you're giving people a chance to be Carl because they scared to bowl him there. I'm not aware that people are scared of Carl there. Are they?
At strike zone?
No. Oh, no, I'm at Billy's.
I would only give Carl half my money at Billy's. I'd give him.
Okay. I think what he meant was you're giving people an opportunity to be Carl because they're scared of bowling Carl at strike zone because
100%.
Okay, I'll agree with that. I mean,
now I'll bowl Carl at strike zone, but he cannot throw a theorem.
He doesn't just throw that ball. I mean, he throws the effects. He throws.
I've watched. I'll take my chances. But he
I do have a theorem. I do have a theorem here to drill for somebody. I have a theorem sitting here along with hazmat. I got a hazmat and a theorem to drill it for somebody when they get back from Jamaica.
Who?
Mike Clark. I told you he went all brand new equipment. It's all pretty much Brunswick except for the IQ. He wanted a ball that he knew, and that was the first one I drilled up, and it rolled great. And I also drilled him up Tundra, the red fire Tundra. It's a great ball.
Carl said the theorem is the GOAT. No shit, Carl.
It is, and the reason why we went with the theorem over the effects for Mike Clark was the effects was a little too early, a little too touchy, and I thought the theorem was a little better overall, which is why
super clean, super predictable.
Yeah, and that's what with Mike with having such low ball speed. That's why it just was better for him. He did win 3 straight in Gary's Thursday tournaments. Yes, he did, Mike. Yes, he did.
Great.
It's right now, especially. It's hard to beat Carl there. When he's bowling there more, it's even harder. He gets. I mean, you know what it is. If you get into a pattern and you're comfortable, and you get your arm swing is so much looser when you're winning, and when you're throwing the ball decent. You don't even throw the ball great. Just throw the ball decent. Your arm swing is so much looser.
Hey, not to transition from that.
No.
I was talking with Lance today, and he has invited us to come to the newly improved and renovated Jackson Bowling Center around town.
With the string pins, right?
They all have
I
strings.
saw that.
Yeah.
That's owned by is that
Young,
owned by, like
Young Kim.
okay, I saw that. I don't know why I was looking, but I saw that. Yeah. I've never bowled there.
Oh my God,
Ever.
I did in my 20s. That's when I
Nope.
met Lance. Lance was just a kid working a counter.
No.
They used to run these no tap sweepers on Sunday, four-person team no tap sweepers. And I went up there and met some guys from up there and started bowling with them, and then met Lance. And man, we've just been friends ever since, and gone to Cincinnati and bowled the Hoinky together. But man, Lance has been there since day one. Probably that door's open. I'm not 100% positive, but if Lance is still in here, Lance, jump on and reply.
Place looks beautiful from the website, and from what I've seen, the place looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Now, before the string pins, Lance said that they could start league at 6:30 and wouldn't be through to about 10:30 because they'd always have breakdowns. And because they couldn't get a mechanic, they couldn't keep a mechanic, they couldn't get the machines fixed, and they'd have to move pairs, and just became a train wreck. And he said now that they've gone to these, that's supposed to eliminate all that.
Should.
He told me that the hits are just a touch different. They sound a little different, but
Yeah.
for
Probably no
the
different
most
than
part,
plastic pins. It's a wood pins. They sound different.
from the most part, it played and scored like it was real bowling. Although I did watch, they had a PBA 50
You said that, yeah.
on string pins, and I watched Pete McCordick throw a shot, and the head pin goes over the 7-pin side, goes back to the 10-pin side, and it's going to knock it down, but it stopped because the string either got hung up on something, didn't make it back over, but the pin was like 2 or 3 inches short. But I mean, I guess that's going to happen. But neither here nor there. Throw it better, Pete. But I mean, I would be game for that if we could make that happen.
I mean, I'd be willing to have like a special. We did like pot bowling or do something like I'm doing on Wednesday. Something there to bring it to Jackson. I mean, I have no problem with that. You and I've talked about going to Dyersburg.
Yeah. I mean, it's an hour. It's what, 45 minutes for all the people in Memphis.
For what, Jackson?
Go to Jackson, 45 minutes.
Hour. Just say hour, because for me it's about an hour.
But I mean, all of our guys who bowl our stuff goes to St. Louis, Atlanta, everywhere else to bowl. What's an hour?
No, nothing. No hotel, minimal gas.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it.
Well, obviously, Aaron, thank you. I mean, you've been a big supporter. I think you've bowled pretty much everything we've had. I think.
Yes.
There's only a handful of people that have bowled every. Of course, there's also the opposite. There are people that have signed up for almost everyone and never show up.
Man, come on. Can't be talking about Jay Rich. Don't do that.
Has he bowled one?
No, our city tournament.
Well, that's one. I mean, and then
you didn't have to sign up for that. You could walk in. We didn't care.
I mean, he still showed up.
But if you signed up and registered,
I know someone who hasn't bowled it. Any of ours?
Say a name.
I'm just saying. Cough. Oh, Michael House. Cough.
Oh no.
I don't think House has bowled anywhere. He might have bowled the city.
He bowled our city tournament.
He bowled the city. Another thing, I know we've lost a couple of people. Just remember, probably everybody watching now is already signed up for the draft league. I'm going to start sending stuff out for that again. We'll have to figure out. I still want to do someplace. I don't know what, where rather. I want to hold the draft.
I mean, I had that worked out. We could have had it at Bolero in the bar.
Okay, well, I mean, sure. It's something like that. Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Now that I'm geographically challenged.
Well, I know you had a hard on for it only being local, and I ain't gonna lie, I was indifferent. I didn't care that it was local. Granted, nothing at all against
No, but I wanted something to where the guys would fucking talk shit and let's
Well,
make
you
it
know what?
personal. Let's get after it. I mean, I've never seen.
Hey, Aaron's got an idea. He heard the pony is open for that.
I'm down. I'll make a road trip. But I've never seen 30 bowlers, because you and I don't count in that. 30 bowlers become church mice.
Well, it was what, 48?
We had 8 teams, didn't we?
Yeah.
8 times 4 is 32 by my math.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was it 8? No, I think it was 12. Shit, give me a minute.
12, 48.
I think it was 12.
All right, so I've never seen 46 church mice. Nobody said one word of bullshit to anybody.
Well, okay. I will say this. I think it was harder because we didn't have a platform. Not everybody could have seen everything. I think having a Facebook page makes that easier. I do. What the hell was it?
Did anybody go bowl that trios event in Murfreesboro today?
No.
I mean, I know
I don't know.
I know I didn't. I painted a laundry room. Hey, this domesticated bullshit is for the bird. Painted a laundry room, hung a cabinet, a shelf.
Yeah, 12 teams. It was 12 teams.
All
I
right,
can't remember.
46 church mice.
Oh, he said Brian, Donnie, and Tim. Tim
Hardigan?
Oh, Hardigan did. JD, Aaron said, take that back, Kenny. JD Melton talked plenty of shit in the bottom. He did. And you know what? You didn't get to see this. Monday night at Strike Zone was different. Because people were talking about the league. They had more. They did more of what you were looking for. But I think having a Facebook page and actually chatting it up, I do believe you'll get more of the smack talk that you're looking for. I had so many people that, and Aaron said even Thursday night was the same, which is true because we were waiting for Thursday night scores before we could figure out who made it to the next level, the next round, and stuff like that. So it was the first year we did it. It was the first. It was a abbreviated season.
No, nothing wrong with what you did. Everything was fine.
Well,
everything was good.
It was a new concept. It was a new concept on top of it.
More interaction. I mean, if you're going to draft your team, you drafted 3 dudes that you legitimately think you can win with, and you couldn't spark up hey, I'm going to kick your ass. Hey, your team sucks. Well,
like I said, you saw that on Monday night.
I know I'm going to get 4 points because JD Melton's on your team. I mean, come on, something. Which I love me some JD Melton. I mean, I said the guy's name the last time we did the live stream, and then 5 minutes later he walks through the door. Now, he brought his Vagisil and everything else with him because he wouldn't bowl, but he was there. Which, hey, by the way, Brandon, I need to have a conversation with you. I need some Ego bowling apparel to wear at my.
I gotta get a new printer, and then I'll start printing stuff out again. That's fine.
At Secret Location X.
Yeah, I gotta get a new printer. Mine, after making several $1,000s worth of crap, finally took a shit. So I gotta get a new printer to start, because I don't like doing vinyl as much on clothing. I want to do more dye sublimation. But yeah, that's fine. I got to get one soon. But all right, well, we've been on for 54 minutes, which is 24 minutes longer than we said we were going to do it for. So,
any other questions on there? Because I can't.
No. Aaron's probably been the biggest contributor, period, in the chat, which is great. Aaron's Carl always did. Carrie did as well. Mike Daly does quite often. So does Dustin as well. Dustin will be with me Wednesday night at Billy's. He's going to help out. No, he's obviously not you. Neither am I. But it's so much easier having somebody else in the help. and he's got a plethora of bowling knowledge, and he makes it. It's a different take than you. I'm a different take than you.
Hey, but you get an email from YouTube telling you that you can't cuss.
Right? Yeah, or cuss as much. So whatever.
Anything else
So,
on?
I can't think of anything else. Like I said, we haven't nailed down the city tournament yet. We know we are doing it. We'll figure that out soon. It'll be at Bolero again.
It will.
We'll do things a little differently, but for the most part, it's going to be the same. We learned our lesson with the doubles. We won't do that again.
There will not be any alibis this time. You either
No. So what Mike Daly asked, next tournament outside of Billy's, it's not going to be till fall. And for a couple of reasons. One, Kenny's move. I've got Junior Gold coming up.
It will be towards the end of August.
It's going to have to be at least September.
Okay,
At least September.
I'll text you outside. I'll call
That's
you.
fine. That's fine.
Talk about
I have 2 tournaments ideas that we've discussed that I do want to do this year. The invite, not to give out too many details. There's a couple of people that have heard about it, but I do want to do the invite, possibly the first one.
Yes, Aaron. I'll text you when I get off here, buddy.
I just sent him a text because I figured he was
okay.
All right. So, but yeah, the first one I want to do is the invite.
Yes.
And you've got my 50, and we just got to add to it, like we were talking.
We're gonna do 64. Do we just want 50?
I don't care. We sent out 100. It's the first whatever, first 60 or first 50, 64 or first 50, whichever. We never. I don't think we discussed too much of a format, but that's
typically the easy part.
That's typically the easy part. But I want a full one, and I want who I want, or at least I want the best 50. I just don't want
Yeah,
and that's nothing against anybody. I don't make my top 50, so hey.
You know what? Hey, we've earned the right to be like TNBA. We're going to choose our field. We'll choose our field. It is what it is.
For the most part, you and I feel the same. There's probably only going to be 3-4 people that you and I go, nah, he's just not bowling it. Yes, he's probably earned it. It's my tournament. Yeah. Nah, you're probably that more than me, but yeah.
We'll put those towards down the bottom, and if we need fillers, they'll get bumped back up.
Because some people just don't realize they are fillers. Some people are casher. Not everybody's a casher. A lot of people are fillers, and unfortunately, a lot of parents out there don't understand it. I'm sorry, your kid's a filler. I'm sorry. You need prize fund money.
And we think, and
our
winners think those people.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Carl and Aaron thank them wholeheartedly. So does Tim Hardigan. Tim Hardigan thanks them. He thanks them a lot. So. All righty. Well,
all right, buddy. I will talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
See everybody later.